Hi everyone, it's Liz from Liz's Paper Loft, and today I'm going to show you how to make some cute little treat bags that kind of give the idea that it's a chalkboard. Okay, so I'm going to use my Creative Times Stitched XL label die along with the older version that's just the XL label, and I'm going to layer those. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And then afterwards, I'm going to go ahead and show you all the, excuse me, all the products I used. Okay? So, first of all, we're going to take the stitched label die, and I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing little pad just to rub it over so when I emboss, all the embossing powder won't stick that I don't want to stick. So I'm going to go ahead and use this little house stamp from one of my Creative Times stamps, and again I'll show you at the end. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. Oops, maybe I should use the other side so I can see it so it's not black on black. There we go. Now chalkboards are all the rage, all the rage right now. And I need to make 50 of these little treat bags. So I'm keeping it fairly simple because of that. Okay. Now I'm just using the embossing powder right now. And I'm going to heat set it at the same time. But it's easier to do it this way so you can see what you're doing. And then a little saying from another one of my Creative Times stamp sets, which I'll show you. There we go. Now I'm just going to go ahead and heat set this really quick. I should probably be using tweezers right now. Go. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is clean up my stamps and get the Versamarker off a little bit. And then I'm going to use some chalk ink, white chalk ink, and I'm going to double stamp this. Now I saw this technique on someone else's blog, and they made them really look like real chalkboards with the writing and the whole bit. But like I said, I have to make 50 of these, so I want to keep it fairly simple. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stamp it just off center. And you can barely see it, but it's there. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do it again. Now I'm using a chalk ink. Maybe I should have used a pigment ink, but I can't find one. So we're going to just go with this one. And you do the same thing for the words. Just so it's off just a tad. And if you look real close, now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my stamps because I don't like the chalk to sit on them. So bear with me. And now next I'm going to do is take, excuse me, a dry baby wipe. I just grabbed that out of my garbage. And I'm going to use some more of the chalk ink. And I'm going to smear a little bit to really give it that chalkboard look. Okay? And just wipe some of it off if you get too much. There you go. And the last thing is I'm going to take this pencil, white pencil, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of outline a little bit. Just to give it that old-timey look. I think it's important not to draw into your stamped lines. And then if you want to put some lines like that to give it that extra. And if you don't like it, you can always go like this. Smear it up a little bit. Find that little spot that you had some more. Oops, no, see, I put too much. But anyway, you get the idea. And you could do a little shading right there. Like I said, I don't want to make these too detailed because I have to make 50 of them. So let's go ahead and I think on this I'm just going to do these quick, use my ATG. Put that there. Okay, and then because it's for candy and I wanted to add a little button, I decided that I would use a die from Build-A-Banner and create my own button. And so what I did is took another button, a real button, because, you know, candy wrappers are just going to get thrown away, so I really didn't want to just use 50 buttons. So I'm just going to create my own little button. Okay, it's pretty simple. Just poke a couple holes. There you go. And then I'm going to use, what did I just do with it? Some hemp, and this is 10-pound hemp, metallic hemp from my boutique at lizspaperloft.com. And I'm just going to thread it through. Create a little bow. I'm using a tiny little hole, but let's try to see what, there we go. Excuse me. I am just getting over a cold where I actually had laryngitis for a week. My family loved it. But now I still have the remnants of it. Oops. There we go. That took longer than it should have. Anyway, just tie a cute little bow, and we're just going to add that to it. Okay, then I'm going to fill the candy in these little glass, or the big glassine bags. And again, these are from my store, my little boutique also. And again, I think I'm just going to use some ATG just to make it simple. And that's going to go there. Of course, you want to bend it a little bit so when you fill it, it'll be easier. And then I think I'm just going to use a little pop dot. And you can use any kind. I like the this to that. That's why I carry them. And that's it. So I just want to show you when I was playing around with, if you really wanted to make it look at chalkboard, you could do something like this, where you tilt your letters, you put lots of different fonts, and you get that look. This was another one I was kind of playing with, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do it, but, you know, like I said, I had to make 50, so making a card, a cute card, would be great to have it more detailed, but to make 50, I really just wanted it to be somewhat simple. So you can see how easily you can mass produce something like this and still give the look that you want. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you really quick what I used. I used the glassine bags from my boutique. I used the metallic hemp in the 10-pound version from my boutique. I used Christmas Home, My Creative Times. The rest will be from My Creative Time. And on my blog at lizspaperloft.com, you can find a link for that. So I used Christmas House, XL label die, the brand new stitched XL label die, the circle die from Build a Banner kit, and the saying from our families to yours, from our family to yours stamp set. And again, you can find that at My Creative Time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.